Clark. I am the Print, Post and Logistics Services Manager here at Loughborough University. Our department here at Loughborough University services staff, students and the community. We provide print, post and logistics services, however that is required to make sure that university business happens as it should. Our print services involve everything from postcards, business cards, small run stuff, through to our large format as well. We do all university exam printing, so everything from the books that need to go out to the students to then bringing back the papers that have been completed, scanning them and getting marks put through to the system. I started this role in January 2020 and very, very quickly realised that there was a significant shift in what the university wanted from the service. COVID happened 3 months later, but actually then gave me a massive opportunity to even further expand on what the value that we could offer to the university. We had 3 mono devices, 1 colour digital device and 1 colour lithographic press. It didn't take long for me to realise that all but one of those machines wasn't really doing anything. And so it was a very quick analysis to work out that actually digital colour was really where we needed to be focusing our machinery. I knew that we needed at least 3 colour digital. I knew that that was going to be a standard, and I knew that we needed to try and do something about large format because we were outsourcing so much of that or not doing the work at all that actually then what the university needed all of a sudden wasn't being fulfilled at all. I was then kind of open to anything that could make sure we were more efficient and more effective. Canon's proposal, basically what they put forward when we did the blind test with our designers, both their colour and their finishing quality was really quite something to look at. We ended up with 2 V1000s and a V1350. We've got a Arizona, a Colorado, and then a mix of finishing kit, primarily from Morgana, but we've also got a Vivid Veloblade as well. We've got a small V1000. We use that for exam printing, we use that for exam book printing, anything that is fairly straightforward, staple top left, 2-hole punch. That machine just churns it all out day after day after day. The other V1000 has got a banner sheet module on it and a punch unit that lets us do a little bit more in terms of, the greater specification of products. So we tend to put things like booklets, we tend to put postcards on there, that kind of thing. Then the 1350 is anything where colour is the absolute requirement. It's the 1350 that we'll use every day of the week. It is so good and so consistent that it's what we use. So things like graduation programmes, school undergraduate programme, course brochures, anything like that is going out and we're producing in bulk, that's why we'll use the 1350. This is our graduation programme, and normally what we would have done is the uncommon pages would be done on the mono, black and white. The common pages would be done on the colour machine, and then we'd use the booklet maker to bring them all together. What we discovered very quickly with the 1350 is that actually we can produce it all in one run. What that's then enabled is the designers have been able to reproduce the design of the document so that actually every single page is consistent because we're printing it on a colour device. There has recently been a shift to start and try and introduce that external work. And we've done that through using our MDSF Market Direct storefront, and we've created a community online shop on there and are starting to go out to some of our old customers, some regular customers, but also encouraging staff to access that as well for their social groups, community groups, that kind of thing. We'd really started to realise, I'd started to identify some key areas on campus where a flatbed device would be really helpful. So for example, we've got the Arizona and working with health and safety, gradually they're going around updating all of their health and safety signage. Having the Arizona in has really helped us not only sort of provide that extra stuff to the university in terms of what they need from an operational point of view, but it's also quite interesting to see now we've got it on our Market Direct storefront online shop, we're starting to see the community engage with it. As part of the fleet as well, we brought in the Colorado. The idea behind that was that we were able to do more substrates that we've been able to do on the colour waves that we've got. So we're able to do floor graphics, we're able to do vinyl, we're able to do a lot more of those sort of usable things, window vinyl, wall vinyl, and that's really starting to pick up as well. Again, instead of it being outsourced work, we're starting to produce it in-house. I think the advantage of the Canon kit is that the technology is so good that you're introducing a whole range of stuff that really we'd not thought about before. Building relationships for me is absolutely key to this. Making sure that my suppliers understand what I need and how I need it, and that also then they're able to deliver, and that's really important. And I do feel that I get that from Canon. I feel I get that consistent set of faces that turn up for the different devices. You know, I've got my account manager. I know that I can just drop him a message whenever I need to and he'll come back to me, and that's really critical to making this a success. The future for Print, Post and Logistics feels probably the brightest it's felt for quite a while. For us, having this kit, having ourselves set up in the way that we are, having our financial model and our team structure all set as they are, I just feel like our future is so much stronger, and I really feel like the team can sit back and relax a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, knowing that, you know, they've got a secure future here.